Get ready for an exciting day. Today we're live in the kitchen talking about how avocado oil can transform your cooking and your life. We're talking personal empowerment with real wisdom from amazing women in business. And we're tackling the topic of how to tame the fro. What's the secret to loving your locks and mastering the frizz? That's in our lifestyle section, and you'll see that over the next 30 minutes because we've got all the answers from all the experts. It's Easy Living with Monique Bradley. No mai, haere mai, welcome, 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 kia ora, welcome to my place. I'm Monique Bradley, and if we haven't met before, welcome to my home. It's great to have you here with me. Now, today's show is all about food, living and lifestyle, and I have brought together experts across a whole range of industries to share their wisdom and their knowledge on how to make your life a little bit simpler, a little bit more fun, and a little bit easier. And first up today, we are live in the kitchen. Let's take a look at the official screen graphics. That's it, we're live from the kitchen. We're gonna make food in real time with the gorgeous goddess from Green Touch Avocado Oil. This is Stella. Kia ora, Stella.
Hola, Monica.
Okay, so Stella, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Green Touch.
But when? Where were you before you came to New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm living in China, Shanghai, a very internationalized city.
Wow, how long have you been in New Zealand?
Less than 3 years.
Less than 3 years. Now, today's show, we actually have an international cast involved in today's show. We've got people from all over the world.
Yeah.
We've got Romina from Argentina coming in. We've got experts from all around the world. And you are from China. So this is the first time I've had a Chinese guest, I believe, on my show. Because,
yeah, it's my honor.
Oh, it's great. It's great having you here. So tell me, what's the role you play with avocado oil and Green Touch?
Yeah, actually, Green Touch is not a very long history company, but when I arrived to New Zealand, I think this country has the best nutrition food and very nature.
I totally agree.
Yeah, when I'm in my university, my major is biology, and I very like to bring the nature and healthy food to other people all over the world, not only New Zealand, and I want to introduce it to all over the world. So now Green Touch avocado oil has shipped to Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and mainland of China.
Serious?
Yeah, all the people love it.
Well, I certainly love it. I love it because it tastes good and it's an easy product to use. And saying that, I've used it in my baking. I made an avocado oil and cacao cake.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious, super moist. I'll share that recipe with you guys very soon. But I can't actually cook. I can bake, but I can cook. Now, Stella, you're a busy mum, right? Yeah. How do you manage to cook delicious, nutritious dinners really fast and look after your kids and run a business? How do you do that?
Choosing something easy to cook and choosing some nature and the nutrition materials, such as you can use very good quality of fat, you can use some seafood, vegetables, and eggs. You can mixing everything together and just like would you like to make today?
Excellent.
A fried rice.
Excellent. Yeah. We're going to make a fried rice. Stella's going to teach me. Now, for those of you who want to know a little bit about the nutritional benefits, I've got a screen here to show you. And it actually states that there's all of the goodness of all those healthy omegas. In fact, my understanding is that you get the same omegas that you would get from deep sea fish. So if you're vegan or you're vegetarian and you don't like the idea of taking a fish oil, an avocado oil may add those extra nutrients and those essential omegas, which are good for your brain and your joints, into your diet. And I'll tell you what, if you've got kids who don't like taking fish oil and they don't like eating fish, and to be honest, I was one of those kids, I don't eat fish, I don't eat seafood, then this is a great way to add a little bit of those omegas into the diet. Now, the great thing is, if you make a smoothie for your child, add a teaspoon of avocado oil, it will make it super creamy and they won't even notice. So, that's a good little hint, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Okay, Stella, let's get going. And now Stella's going to be cooking the recipe throughout the show, and then at the very end, we're all going to try it. So, Stella, what do we have to do? What have you got?
Actually, I just open my fridge and find everything I need in it. This is the rice we left last night.
Oh, from last night's dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you don't waste the food, but if you eat it cold, it's very harm to your stomach. So we can rewarm it, but rewarm it is not very delicious. So we try and add something inside, such as a very good protein. You can have some eggs, 2 or 3. And you can find every kind of vegetables in your fridge.
Excellent.
Or you can buy some frozen mixed vegetables. It's more easier for you to use. And today I found some prawn left in my fridge, so I just used the
some
prawn.
prawns. Oh, that's a great idea.
I like seafood as well.
Right.
And you can instead replace it with bacon or sausage or beef or chicken, everything. You just chop it. So I'm going to chop most of them, but left 1 or 2 just put on the top of the rice.
Yep, to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So very easy, and the most important thing is we were using the oil. Because we know the carrot have some carotene inside, which only can dissolve in some fat, and you can absorb it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if you eat this directly, the nutrition is just waste. You have to have it with some fat.
I did not know that. So is that like the same as when you're taking iron tablets, you're supposed to have things with vitamin C because it absorbs into the body?
Yeah, right.
You're a genius. That's clever. I didn't know that. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so you're going to put this all together.
Yeah.
Now, if you are watching the show, we are actually 100% live. You can message in and say hi. You can ask questions, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. Now, I know a couple of questions have already come in on one of the news feeds asking, where do I get avocado oil? Because this product isn't available in store or supermarkets in New Zealand at all, but we have put it onto one of our websites, and so if you want to order some to try, head to guidetobettershopping.com and you'll be able to order some there. They also do corporate gifts, which is amazing. So if you work, say, in the real estate industry and you want some branded gifts, head to the website. I'll hook you up with Stella and let's make some magic happen. Let's get started. Stella, what do you do first?
So I just whip the egg first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Easy.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Now, one of the funny things when we were talking before we went live today is I said to Stella, oh, do you want a whisk and do you want a big bowl? And she said, no, I'll just have a bowl and I'll use one implement for everything because she doesn't want to tidy up. So there's another great tip for today.
Yeah.
One implement, she's using a fork for everything today. More easy. Excellent. Yeah. Now, do you need any salt or pepper with this?
No, actually, the only flavor I'm using is salt.
A little bit of salt?
Yeah.
So no, I thought you put soy sauce in it.
It's better using some nature. You can taste the taste of the food itself.
I like it.
My principle is add less things in that. You can taste the
natural
taste. Just like our oil, you can taste just like a butter.
Yes.
The flavor.
Actually, funny you should say that. I've been making butter in the kitchen. I'm going to do that next week in the show to show you how easy it is to make butter. Such a good experiment, actually. Yeah. Okay, so that easy.
And I will pick the best looking one.
Yep, for the top.
Side. Yeah, and chop the left.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, how do you keep prawns in your fridge? Because I've never really eaten seafood, but you know, I'm open to trying it. How do you keep prawns in the fridge?
You can frozen them.
Yep.
You can buy frozen prawns in supermarket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. And so you just keep them in the freezer.
Yeah. And when you want to using, just pick few of them and put it in the cold water. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. They just
amazing.
Ready to use. Yeah.
I did not know that. See, I've never tried them, apart from the fact that I've never really eaten seafood. I've never tried them because I thought they were high maintenance.
It's so easy.
I'll just move that one out of the way for you.
I need
it.
You
need it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. Now we just get ready of the prawns and everything is ready here.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah. Now we are going to...
Okay, we're going to the stove top?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Stella, let's come on over. Super easy. Now we've set up a stove cam so you guys can actually see what's going on. You want high heat?
High heat, yeah.
So one of the things about avocado oil is it is suitable for high heat cooking. So it has a really high smoke point. So if you love to do things like maybe you like to cook a steak and you know you need to heat that pan up really fast and really high to get that sizzle and that sear on the outside, this is going to be fantastic for that.
Yeah.
So what sort of smoke point does avocado oil get up to?
271. So actually, avocado oil has the highest smoke point of all the oils, such as carrot oil, bean oil, olive oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of people who ask about does avocado oil go unstable? I know with some of the oils, once they get to a certain heat, they become unstable. Does that happen with with avocado oil as
Actually,
well?
we have different kind of ways to make avocado oil. This is extra virgin. So extra virgin is the best quality and has the highest smoking point. And if you are refined or others, the smoke point may be lower.
Right.
It's not healthy. So
Gotcha.
the most healthy is the extra virgin. It contains all nutrition in it. Just like you squeeze lemon, the juice is just coming. No anything added into that.
Excellent. So obviously, you know, a lot of people talk about using avocado oil or using avocado in their diet. You know, obviously one of the benefits of using avocado oil is that you get all those condensed nutrients. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit slow.
It is a bit slow today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe your microphone might have just stopped working there, Stella. I'm not sure why. Ah, it's all right. Pete set up another microphone for us. So yeah, instead of having to eat, like how many avocados go into an avocado oil bottle?
Actually, avocado oil depends on the season. Usually, it comes from September, October to next year's March.
Oh yeah.
So when the beginning of the season, maybe you need to take about 12 to 20 avocados to make a
For one bottle?
Yeah.
Wow.
But to the middle or
I can hear
end of
that.
the season, you maybe need 10 or 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it depends on the size of them. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that. All right, starting to sizzle now. This is a good sign.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys do have any questions about avocado oil, send us in your messages. Oh, I can see there's a whole bunch of you. Hello to everybody watching. If you've got any questions about the product, oh, hi, Felicity. Felicity Anderson has said the good oil. I totally agree with you. Look, this is a great product, and again, I've used it in baking as well as Stella's using it today. Now, what did you just do?
Yeah, just put a test it is ready.
With
to
the
put it-
egg?
Yeah.
To see if it's high enough. See, that's the thing, you need it with stir fry. I've never done a stir fry before.
Yeah.
And the only time I've ever had a stir fry, I'm not going to name the person, but it was made for me, and it was really soggy. Did they not cook it at a
Yeah.
high enough heat point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
to keep it healthy, so you have to choose the right oil and use the right egg.
Excellent, this is looking good. So we're getting hotter, we're getting hotter.
So
What a day
that's
to
the
have a
reason-
slow
That's the
element.
reason why I like gas more.
Yeah.
The gas is very good for cooking, but
Gotcha.
the electric is more plain.
Yeah, that's true. Note to self, always preheat it before we go live.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking
Next time I
good.
will have more experience about it.
That's so good. So the first thing you put in is your egg?
Yeah. Yeah, I like
So
this
good.
sound.
Yeah, the sound is great.
Yeah.
Now, I won't lie, I actually did make eggs for breakfast this morning. It was very tasty. But I didn't know, I've never put them into anything like this. This is a first for me.
And-
Isn't the colour of the avocado oil absolutely beautiful?
Yeah. And you know why avocado oil can make the food more tender? Because it gets very high point,
Yeah.
and the food can get done very quickly
Yes.
than normal temperature. So it
Yes.
got keep more juicy and tender.
Yes, amazing. Look, it's like a giant egg pancake, isn't it?
And you just need to
Mix it around.
yeah.
Okay, that looks really tasty. Oh, hello, Paula Chapman, who's just popped in to see the show. Nice to have you on the feed today. Great to have you there. Now remember, if you're watching and you want to know anything about avocado oil, this is where you get to talk to the expert. That's what the whole show is designed to do, to introduce you to experts who know what they're talking about. Not domestically challenged people like me. See, that looks delicious. I would eat that just like that. I suppose you can, can't you?
And if you don't have rice, you maybe make a stir and put on a noodle, put everything, just make it a dish.
Just like this?
Yeah, just like this.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's really quick as well. Oh, Carolyn Sanford said, looking yum. Caroline, I think you're going to love this. Delicious. What I love about this recipe too, Stella, is that you've taken all of the ingredients straight from your fridge.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, especially when we're a bit time poor, being able to do that is such a win.
Yeah. And you just not waste anything of your food is taken from your fridge. Anyway, just
Put that on?
Yeah, put on for maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll head back to the front counter here. Good stuff. So you're going to leave it for 1 to 2 minutes?
1 to 2 minutes, then I will add
and then add the rice in. Yeah. So here's what's going to happen, team. So Stella's going to keep cooking that. All she's going to do now is add in the rice. No, you don't need any soy sauce. She's going to add a little tiny bit of salt, and that is our lunch. In the meantime, we've got some other great content coming up for you guys. Now remember, if you want to try that avocado oil, it's not available in store. It's not available anywhere, but we've put together a portal. If you want to try it, you can order it here on our website, guidetobettershopping.com. There's a whole bunch of amazing products on there, but this is one, I believe it might be right there on the front page. Give it a try. It is a very, very good product. I've actually had another chef testing the product, making a beautiful designer cake, and he absolutely adored it. Heaps of health benefits. And look, we've got a beautiful stir fry cooking right now. Oh, Romina Masedra-Lilly said, I can't wait to try it. Well, you know what, Romina, you're our guest later on in the show, so you're going to try it today, my lovely. All right, now we are talking about food, living and lifestyle here at Easy Living with Monique Bradley. First up, we're in the kitchen making this delicious looking stir fry. Next up, we're talking about empowerment tips from real women. And then to end the show today, we're talking about taming the fro and learning to love your locks. What's your special secret when it comes to looking after your hair? Have you got some old wives' tale that's actually worked? If you pull out a grey hair, is it true that you get more? We're going to get rid of all those myths because I'm ready to myth bust about gorgeous hair and taming the fro. Let's take one more look at what Stella's up to.
Yeah, we just add the rice into it.
Delicious.
Just remember, use your just to cut them, not this time, because you are squeeze the rice and it will be not very good taste.
Can I just tell you that smells delicious? Yeah, amazing. So, yeah. Now this, you had what, a cup of rice in there?
I just maybe 2 cups.
2 cups, yeah. 2 cups of rice.
Actually, you don't have to concern about the ratio, the food and rice. Just
throw it together.
Yeah, throw it together.
That sounds like my ultimate meal.
Yeah.
And so, when you would cook this at home, how many would this feed in your house?
There's I think a family of 3.
Family of 3?
Husband, yeah.
You, your husband, and your daughter?
Okay, yeah. If there's something left, I do for my dog.
Oh,
just kidding. Dog has dog food.
Oh, excellent, excellent. All right, well, I'll tell you what, Stella, we're going to see you at the end of the show. In the meantime, if you do want to find out about avocado oil, head to guidetobettershopping.com and you can have a look at the health benefits of using avocado oil in your everyday life. In the meantime, I got something very special for you. Here is a tip from a very dear friend of mine, a message from her to you.
Hi, I'm Helen Thompson Carter. I'm a business owner, I'm a wife, a mother, a neighbour and a whole lot of other things. And I'm also a heart attack survivor. I've been on an incredible journey in the last 15 years and my heart attack was a real wake up. Not a wake up necessarily to change a whole lot of things about my life, but it was a wake-up call to actually just get up and do the things that I really wanted to do. I've always wanted to have my own business and I have, and I've dibbled and dabbled in all sorts of things. But in 2014 I got really, really brave, and when I say brave, I mean brave. At 50 I mortgaged the house and I launched Fabulevu, a beautiful fine designer boutique jewellery brand based here in New Zealand. We now sell across the globe. We have more than 100 retailers in New Zealand and not necessarily doing everything right or necessarily doing everything wrong, but we're on a massive learning curve. And to all you incredible women out there, you are incredible and you can do anything that you want to do, but you have to make it happen. I read this really cool thing the other day and it said there are only 2 things in life that actually matter. One is reasons and the other is results. But actually there is only one thing out of those 2 things, and that is results. So, you know, if you're out there and you're thinking, what will I do? What's my life all about? Make the most of every day. Don't go to bed tonight thinking, I should have done that. Just get up and do it. It's a little bit soppy, but you know, that saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. Just embrace the fear. Take a step back, have a look around and start your journey. You can do it. You can do it. I did. You can.
tip. A lovely tip there on empowerment from my lovely friend Helen Thompson Carter. Helen is in fact the owner of Fabulez-Vous, which is, as she mentioned, which is a beautiful jewellery range that I wear. In fact, I'm wearing a piece of hers today. Thank you for this gift, by the way, Helen. Like you, I like to take my heart everywhere I go. So now I've just noticed behind the scenes, our producer here, which is Pete, is just looking like he's having a little panic. Pete, are you all right there in the background? Yes, good, excellent. Just making sure everybody's okay, because here's a bit of a story. How often do we, as not even just as women, but as humans, end up putting ourselves last? Well, it's time to change that today, because so many people have been talking to me through my Monique Bradley page and even through Your Fix TV. I wanted to really address the topic of personal empowerment. How many times in our lives do we feel like we've had the lifeblood sucked out of us because we've put everyone else's needs first? How often do we perhaps sacrifice something about ourselves just to make someone else happy? Well, I've decided it's time that we need to stand up and look after ourselves a little bit more. So today I decided to ask from my friends, I asked them to share their tips on empowerment. And I thought I'd share those with you today. So first of all, what is empowerment? And please, during the show, feel free to share your thoughts on what you feel empowerment is truly about. Now, if you have a look there, this description from skillsyouneed.com says personal empowerment is about looking at who you are and becoming more aware of yourself as a unique individual. Personal empowerment involves developing the confidence and strength to set realistic goals and fulfill your potential. Now, I thought that was a really good description of what empowerment's all about. So I'm part of several women's business networks. And there is no better way to find out wisdom from women than to ask them. Now, I'm a firm believer that everybody has a piece of wisdom that they should share with the world, because you never know where in the world someone else needs your wisdom, which is why we're broadcasting globally right now. Here's some tips from some real women. Yvonne Bonfrere, you can find her at thepropertyagent.co.nz. She said that she was inspired by this quote by Maya Angelou, and this is what really gets her out of bed in the morning. It says, you can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off you. I love that. So in her work, she tries to match the perfect buyer and the perfect seller to help people achieve their dream goals, whether it's to buy their own home or whether it's to sell their home and maybe have that little nest egg tucked away in the bank for the future. So really, that's what gets her out of bed. It's not about making money every day. It's about being of service. And that's the wisdom that Yvonne wanted to share. Thanks so much, Yvonne. Shout out to you. Now, this is lovely Jo Robertson. Jo is a life coach. Truly amazing woman. You can find her on Facebook. And for her, goal setting is really important, but obviously trying to tackle that goal, that big goal, can be a real challenge. So to make it achievable and to help her find her personal power and find something that empowers her, she breaks it down into little steps. She says break the goal or step right down into small manageable steps so it's not so scary or overwhelming. And as we successfully take action and achieve, we feel empowered, we build confidence and trust in our ability to take the next step and the next. I love that. Thank you so much, Jo, for sharing your wisdom. Awesome to have you on the show. Right, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so we've got Ngozi Penson. Now, this lady is actually a business coach, and I loved this quote for her. She's an absolute doer, and she said, I always tell myself and clients that nothing happens without a shift. That is, we must do something, anything, if we want an outcome. Staying put will give us the same result. But if we want something different, then we have to do things differently. And I believe that aligns with that whole concept of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? Oh, I have to say hello to Grant McCarthy, who said go M. Nice to see you, Grant, on the feed. And hello, Mandy Crawford. Good timing for you to be on the show because I'm just about to quote you, actually. First up, we've got Katie English. Now, Katie shared a story with me the other day about her personal empowerment. And she said one of the best things she ever did in her life, considering she's afraid of heights, was to jump off the top of a mountain in Queenstown parapunting. So now every time she's faced with a challenge, what does she do? She thinks about that one time when she was so scared, but she faced her fear and jumped. Nothing is as big as that fear in that moment. And I'll tell you what, now she feels she can achieve anything she sets her mind to. I think it's a great benchmark right there. Congratulations, Katie. You can find her at vitalsure.co.nz. Now, Caroline Sanford, look, we've been working with Caroline for the last few months. She is one of New Zealand's top experts in careers. And she said, we're making decisions about your future. One of the best things you can do for yourself is take some time to get to know you better. I have to ask you guys a question. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you took stock of your own values and thought about the value that you're here to share with the world? If you want to find out more, there's her web address. She is truly an amazing and inspirational lady. Thanks, Caroline. This is Mandy. Mandy from Vital Body. Great to have her content here on the show. I loved this description. Sometimes stinky self-doubts creeps into your business and you wonder, do I have the right product? Am I the best person to deliver it? Am I capable of growing it? So you end up standing still. The worst place to be in business. Now, I loved that she said, and this is what I got from this piece of content, when she feels stuck like that, she changes her focus. So she does something different. And in that moment when she does something different, that feeling, the exhilaration you feel, or, you know, that kind of amazing, powerful feeling, that's the sense of your personal empowerment starting to return. And that is one of the best addictions you can ever have. So for her, she likes to do things like, you know, go on a bit of an adventure, maybe do a random road trip, maybe go, you know, skydiving or something flash like that, and learning to snowboard at the age of 40. Mandy, you are truly inspirational. Go you, you rock. And here's a little quote from me on personal empowerment. I really wanted to share this today. I believe personal empowerment really comes from knowing who you are and the value you're here to share in the world. A little bit like, similar to what Caroline Sanford mentioned. And for me, Dr. Seuss said it the best. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. So what makes you unique? What makes you special? When are you going to remember and believe and own that you're amazing? Own your greatness and feel your personal power grow. Now that is some tips from real people about personal empowerment. I'm going to share all of those slides onto my website, moniquebradley.co.nz. That's where all of the recipes from all of these shows will be going. And all of these slides and inspirational quotes. Please feel free to share them. And if you want to be featured on one of our shows, because next week we're talking about the winner's mindset. So if you've got a great tip on winning, I want you to share it in the newsfeed so I can showcase you here on the show and help share your story. I'll be talking about an amazing, inspirational woman by the name of Paula Chapman, who has lost more than 30 kilos in weight. That for me is a huge success, and I can't wait to show her before and after pictures to share with you, and also share a little tip from her on how to succeed and how to achieve your goals. Look, thank you for joining us for that part of the show. In the meantime, this week I've had a visitor into my home, the gorgeous Alison Leonard from The Breeze. You probably may have seen The Breeze shared a little video that we filmed here in the studio. Alison Leonard heard that I've been making butter. That's right, the domestically challenged one. Actually did something in the kitchen. I've been making my own butter because it's so expensive right now. So I thought I'm going to give it a go. She heard about it, came to the kitchen, and while she was here, I got a few thoughts from her. Let's take a look at what Alison had to say.
Well, hello. My name is Alison Leonard from your favourite radio station, The Breeze. If you're in Auckland, it's 93.4 FM. If you're up and down the country elsewhere, check us out online, thebreeze.co.nz. I've been asked to say something nice to you, about you. And you, lady, yes, you there, sitting watching this, I bet that if you've had children, or you have a husband or a partner, that you've forgotten to look after you, yourself. So my advice to you is to take time for you. I think we do that, you know, because we're just so naturally caring and nurturing, we worry about everybody else all the time. It's a bit like forgetting about your feet, you know, you've got to look after your feet, you've got to look after your body. So my advice to you is, someone offers you a glass of, say yes, If somebody says you should go and take time out for a massage, you should do that, because you've heard that saying before. Nobody on their deathbed ever says, boy, I was really glad that all I did was focus on going to work every day to pay the bills. Nobody ever says that. See sunsets. You think about how many summers you might have left in your lifetime. Make sure you see a sunset. Make sure you see a sunrise. Feed yourself. Take magnesium-filled baths. Epsom salts, beautiful. Make sure you're in that bath for more than 10 minutes though, for it to absorb in your system and help those muscles relax. Your body uses a lot of magnesium, brain, muscles, etc. So I guess that's my message to you, is don't forget about you. Take some time for you.
Oh, I hope. I'm going to start that again because I believe we didn't have the sound on. First of all, I want to introduce you to Romina Macedra Lily.
Si.
Did I say it right?
Si.
From Silhouette Makeover Tours, Silhouette Beauty. She is a hair and beauty expert. She's a beauty expert, beauty therapist, and she takes people to Argentina for plastic surgery to make over their lives. But we're not talking about that today. We're actually talking about something which affects a lot of us. Extremely, extremely rough. A lot of us complain about it. It is the battle of the hair. Now, your locks are looking amazing today, Chika.
I know.
What have you done?
I've gone to my hairdresser first.
Yeah, perfect.
No, because I've got, as you know, curly hair as yours. And I wanted to actually talk about a tip. Because, you know, mine gets so frizzy all the time. And I've got little big curls and it's just absolutely wild.
Yep.
And what I do use for my hair is coconut oil.
Coconut oil. In fact, we're going to talk a little bit more about that and why coconut oil does actually work for your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before we get into it, Caroline Sanford said, sound not there, we fixed it now, thank you. And Caroline said, you rock, Monique, awesome show. Natasha Wilkinson said, words to live by. I think personal empowerment and making good choices for yourself, we often forget to look after ourselves. We put everyone else's needs first, right?
Yeah.
Even when it comes to looking after our hair. I mean, you're probably more likely to look after your daughter's hair than your own, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, it's time to stop. It's time to let our personal empowerment and return and make good choices for ourselves. Mandy Crawford said, looking beautiful, ladies. Mandy, you're beautiful. Thank you for sharing your wisdom in today's show. And hello to Tim Fenwick, who's joined the show. Tim's a foodie, don't you know?
Oh.
So hopefully he will try that avocado oil because our kitchen is smelling delicious, Tim, by the way. So let's talk about hair. How this conversation started was I shared this picture on Facebook. Hashtag hair fail. Yes, that's right. I watched a tutorial. I tried the steps that were suggested in the tutorial and this was my result. Now I shared this into Facebook. And what happened, oh, here's my gorgeous Romina. This is Romina's hair, by the way, naturally.
Woo!
A little bit of frizz going on.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've talked about frizzy hair at great length. And this is what happened. Jude Hart said, taming the frizz. If my hair looked like yours when I go with the curl, I'll be a happy chappy. I wish I could say I was a happy chappy. I've got a lot of frizz going on. Jane Lewis said, you look gorgeous. I too have the frizz curl problem. Julie Homan, who has the most gorgeous curly red hair, stunning. She said, I've learnt to embrace the curl. You can't fight it. And Lynette Hill there said, nothing more beautiful than natural curls, rocking the curls. Gabrielle McNaughton, you're so lucky to have curls. The amount of times I've heard this. Kelly Downs said, hair products. Do you have to spend a fortune to get soft, shiny locks? All of these questions are so good. So I went to Facebook and I asked Facebook. Mandy Crawford said, yeah, I need hair tips too. Hayley Stevenson said, coconut oil for split ends. Shannon Simpson makes her own shampoo, so it's chemical free, good for your hair, good for your body. Excellent. Paul Smith said, shave it off. And Dan Fraser said the answer is to have none. So a lot of varying thoughts there. So we thought we'd have a chat about it. Firstly, did you know it's an old wives' tale about grey hair? I've done the research. If you pull one out, you will not get more. There you go. Chances are, if you pull one out and it looks like you've got more, it's because you've got more. Now, a lot of people say grey hair is linked to stress. There's actually no scientific data around it. What it can be is a deficiency in your diet. So often people who have, I believe, a lack of copper in their diet or copper absorption into their diet, and I mean, how often do we suck on a coin? Let's be honest, we don't. That can lead to grey hair. It can also be to do with your ethnicity. So I started having grey hair when I was 12, and apparently that's common with Māori and Pacific Islanders. Oh. I know, right? So I've been learning a lot. When it comes to taming the afro, so this is my hair au naturel today. You're talking coconut oil.
Yes, or having a cow lick your hair, that would do it as well, like today.
Cow lick your hair.
No, yes, coconut oil is fantastic. I actually, I found out in a very funny way. Actually, I was in a retreat and I didn't have any conditioner or anything for my hair. And in the kitchen cupboard, I saw this coconut oil, you know, the one that you use for cooking.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, I'll just use a little bit of this. And my hair looks so shiny, I couldn't believe it. I started thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to investigate.
Yep.
And they said that the best way is actually with the hair that is wet, and you just put a teaspoon, rub it against your hands so that it becomes, you know, hotter, and you know, you can. It's almost like a oil, you know, because when you get it out of the pot, it's solid. Yes. So you put it in your hands, you warm it up, and just put it at the end. So you just flick your hair all over and then make your curls, you know, scrunch your curls.
Excellent.
It's great because it coats the hair. It's so thick, the oil, that it coats the hair. Don't go close to the roots because that's not really good, because we don't want
it'll make your hair look a little lanky. So if your hair is a little bit finer, coconut oil may be a little bit heavy for you, but you can try something like a marula serum. So our friends at Kathy Organics produce a beautiful marula serum, which you should actually put on your skin as well. So I believe marula is one of the closest things that we produce to human sebum in our skin. So it is really easy to absorb into your hair. Great for your hair, great for your skin. If your hair is a bit thicker like Romina's, look, it's going to love coconut oil, but again, put it mid to lower section of your hair. Kelly Downs did mention that she has a problem with shine. If you do want to use something a little bit more natural, coconut oil is going to be great for you, but just use a tiny amount, because Kelly, I know your hair is quite fine, but it will give you a great amount of shine. The other things I've been learning about hair. Did you know that your hair goes frizzy because of the humidity in the atmosphere? You probably knew that, right?
Yes, you actually told me.
Yeah, I did tell you. The reason why, and this is the best description that I learned when I was working at Yes Shop actually, my lovely friend Petra, who has worked in the hair industry for a long time, she actually said, you know those bits that stick out kind of all wiry? That is actually your hair crying out for moisture. So it reaches out into the atmosphere to pull the moisture out of the humid air to suck it up into your hair and add the hydration it needs. So chances are, if you've got frizz, it's because you don't have enough hydration.
Of course.
Myth busted. So I also asked some other friends in the newsfeed and Facebook what their hair secrets are, and I got some great results. Let's take a look at the first one. This is my lovely friend, Caitlin Taylor. Please follow her blog. You can find her at chasingkate.com. She's a personal stylist. Now, she has a lot of hair, but it's really fine. And she said the Batiste XXL dry shampoo, and we're not getting paid to tell you this, by the way, no sponsorship happening here, is the best product ever for giving volume to fine hair. Now, those are supposed to be smiley faces, by the way. And the Cloud9 Conical Wand is the best tool for getting that big wave curl look. So I added a picture in there at the bottom so you can have a look for it. I believe they retail online for about $2.50, $2.69. I found them online. So that's from Caitlin Taylor. Do follow her on Facebook as well. Truly amazing styling tips that she is. And this is my lovely hairdresser friend Natasha Wilkinson. Now what I loved is she approaches it quite medically there. She said never self-medicate. Find the right shampoo for your hair, and every hairdresser will recommend their favorites, but you've actually got to find what your preference is, because somebody might recommend try this, try that, and you try it and you think, well, that's a load of crap. That doesn't work for my hair. It is truly a personal thing. However, a proper hairdresser will give you the right prescription. So she said all of the salon products she's worked with, and she's been in the industry, worked around the world in hair for 1,000,000 years. She said it comes down to personal taste, but she loves Redken, which is available in a salon. And also you can get, and their colours are great, and so are their retail products. And she said Paul Mitchell. So if you're out, perhaps you're in one of those salon stores that is separate from a hairdresser's, Paul Mitchell products are great. Now, if you want to find out the right shampoo for you, look, you can find her at frenchyandco.co.nz. Really great hairdresser, looks after me, looks after a whole bunch of other people. Now, I'm just going to flick into the newsfeed. Now, Caroline Sanford actually messaged in just now and said, great tip, Romina, and so much cheaper than the many products I had to invest in to tame my hair. Now, interesting, Caroline has extremely curly hair, but you notice her curls always look really defined.
Yeah.
How does she do that?
I don't know. We should ask her.
We should ask her. I think it's down to the amount of hydration she has in her hair.
Probably.
So what I see when I look at her hair is lots of hydration and beautiful defined curls, probably great product, or a really healthy diet. So one of the things that can happen in your diet too is when your diet has lots of those healthy fatty acids, like avocado oil, you will get a natural shine, because the quality of your hair is not just what you put on the outside. It all starts from within. It's just like our skin. I'd love to know what other tips you guys have. If you've got a special tip that you want to share about your hair, either send it in now before we finish up today's show, or you can send it to me, personal message me, and I would love to share your magic, because that's what the show is all about. Okay, before we go.
Yes.
Before we go,
Yes.
I want you to talk a bit more, because I've talked all the time.
Oh, nice, good.
No.
I like listening to your beautiful voice.
Oh, no, just stop. Keep going. Romina, what other magic tricks do you have to tame your hair? So obviously coconut oil is a big one.
Yes, particularly for my hair, because it's actually really curly and very thick, I usually don't blow dry it.
Okay.
And I let it sort of, just towel dry it, just put a little bit of oil in it, and just take time to actually define the curls as well. If you've got a couple of minutes, you put the oil, you sit down, and you just,
Twist your hair.
Yeah. Like I said before also as well, you can actually flip your hair and then scrunch your curls and, just put your fingers through it with the oil. That's what I do. For me, blow drying my hair, it would just be like a...
Like this. That's what I did today.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I love your curly hair. You look absolutely gorgeous.
You're too kind. Keep going. Okay, so don't blow dry it. Define the curls.
Define the curls. Take the time, just to sit down and work, or the oil or the gel or any product that you're using, just to work it, and that will make it a bit more defined as well.
Excellent. So how important with curly hair for you is the haircut?
Oh, my goodness, is the most important thing. Until I went to actually my hairdresser for the last 15 years, because my hair at the moment, I actually had a cut yesterday, it was quite long, but it was actually quite dry as well.
Okay.
And the haircut is very important. If they cut it too short, then you do look a bit like a poodle. If they layer it, if they layer it too short, or it needs to be somebody that can really understand curly hair.
Okay. Excellent.
Particularly, as well what it suits you. Sometimes you go to places and they say, oh, just give me, a haircut for this kind of hair, and then you come back and it's got like, a bit of a
you got an afro. You
helmet.
look like a Bichon or a poodle.
Yeah, so very important to actually tell your hairdresser that you just don't want it too layered, and
And you don't want to look like you've got a bad 80s perm.
No. And the great thing about curly hair is that you can have it curly or straight.
That is so true. So over the next week, I'm actually going to be trying a new product to help relax my curls. So I'll let you know how that goes. And yeah, what a great show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
But before we go, I do want to share a couple of other things. If you're using a product to seal your split ends and it looks like you're getting rid of your split ends, it's not true. Again, myth busted. It's only sealing it. The only way to get rid of split ends is to cut it. Excellent. Yes. So do remember that as well. And it's all about hydration. The key to taming the fro and getting rid of the fuzz: hydration, hydration, hydration. Okay, some great tips there. Oh, Caroline Sanford actually just said, just switch to the range CPR from Kelly from Hairfit. Great to define the curls. Actually, I would 100% agree. Kelly from Hairfit got me to try the product too. Best thing, normally I'm way fuzzier than this, but I have used CPR for curly hair in my hair today. So that's why I'm not quite as frizzy as normal. I'm less frizz. Anyway, I believe Stella has actually finished making our lunch. So I'm going to have a look here. Stella, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here she comes. Oh, Stella, you truly are a domestic goddess.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, Stella, you beautiful thing.
Sorry, I only have one goldfish.
Oh, wonderful. Look at this. I think Pete's going to zoom in right now and show you. Look at this. Now, how long did this take you to make, Stella?
You see, 10 minutes?
10 minutes?
Yeah.
How is that for a beautiful lunch or a beautiful dinner? I love the way you've even plated it. And you've got some droplets there of the avocado oil. Look at the beautiful colour there. That is so rich and so beautiful.
And smells divine.
It does.
I want to put my face in it.
I know, right? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've been learning from working with Ray McVinney that whoever cooks it, you have to try it. You have to try it. Now, I don't eat seafood, but here we go. I'm going to give it a go.
Do it, baby.
I'm going to do it. So made in 10 minutes during the show. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, do you want to try it too? Oh, Stella. It is beautiful.
And just using a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt?
Else.
Oh. Stella, you're truly
divine.
amazing.
You can make it at home with the easy materials and the oil and the salt. It's
Everything
fun.
out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, I love this. This is a super easy, delicious dish to make. The kids can make it. Did you try it? What do you think?
Yes, amazing. Really good.
Yeah.
And it tastes really nice and healthy as well.
And what I love is it's really light. It's not greasy like some of the takeaways you might buy. And you can taste each of the individual flavours. So nothing is overpowered. And while we might not normally think that avocado oil might be great for a stir fry, because we might use a peanut oil or we might use an olive oil, I have to say that little hint of the avocado oil gives it that beautiful flavour and it's so delicious. I'm going to make this again. Thank you, Stella. Well, I'll tell you what, thanks for joining us, everybody. It is time for us to go because lunch is served. Yes, winning at life. Hey, thanks for popping in. Lovely to have you with us. Now remember, you can be on the show. If you want to be in the kitchen making something, if you've got a great recipe, you've got a great product to sell, I want to know about it. Because this show is all about making your life a little bit more fun, a little bit easier, making healthier choices, and showcasing real people. Because I'm a firm believer that real people have a tremendous amount of wisdom to share. You, just like me. Let's get together. And as Jacinda Ardern would say, let's do this. Go, Jacinda. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to all of the wonderful people who have been part of my life and part of the show. Tash, Tony from Kathy Organics, Mandy, Helen Thompson-Carter, Stella, Jan from A Beautiful Wrap today, beautiful Ramina there, Ngozi, Katie, Caitlin, Yvonne, Ellie, Caroline, Mr. Pete Ward, who was producing the show, and lovely Paula from The Gorgeous Lashes. I want to hear from you, team. What's a struggle in your life? Is it hard finding the perfect jeans? Have you managed to find your Zen mindset? Or are you ready to kickstart your fitness and you're not sure where to go? What about finding the perfect job? Or just getting a bit motivated? Easy Living with Monique Bradley is about food, living and lifestyle. It's a conversation. It's a chance for you guys to have a chat with experts who are great at what they do and have a huge amount of knowledge to share. So get creative and share your thoughts on the Facebook pages that you're watching on. We'd love to hear from you. Finally, thanks to Kathy Organics, Fabulevu, Romina from Argentina, Green Touch Avocado Oil, Simply Beautiful, and Evelyn Rose Lashes. I love you guys. Well, it is time to head away. Thanks for watching. This has been Easy Living with Monique Bradley. It's about food, living and lifestyle. We're here to make your life happier, easier, and more fun and more fabulous. Thanks for watching. See you next time.